What's up, y'all? Reporting live from the stairs. Provcityproductions, your boy Kai. Today I want to talk about a topic that a lot of y'all probably had to deal with, and a lot of y'all probably hate that you had to deal with it. It's critters. Critters in your house, critters in your bed, critters in your cabinets, critters in the walls. What am I talking about? I'm talking about rats, roaches, bed bugs. These are three things that I know a lot of people done had to deal with. It's just a bitch having to deal with them. Growing up, I mean, it was a lot of rats outside of the house, but they never really reached inside of the house. Never had roaches growing up. Again, even bed bugs, I haven't had to deal with it much. But for whatever reason, in the last few years, I done dealt with all three. This shit is like the plague in here. It's like when Moses told Pharaoh to let his people go and Pharaoh refused. They sent the three plagues. I felt like the three fucking plagues then came through my fucking house. Rats, roaches, and bed bugs. Let's start off with rats. It all started when I was 16. When I was 16, I took my mom's car. I had just passed my driver's ed class and I was gassed like a motherfucker. So I took the keys to the car, got in the car, and crashed into the porch. Never even made it out the driveway. So the fucking crazy thing about that, it left a big ass dent. Well, not a dent, but the whole porch kind of shifted to the right. It left a big ass opening, right under the porch, right on the side of the right under the house. Created a hole for things to crawl into. All the years after that, nothing happened. There wasn't no rats or nothing like that. But again, within the last few years, one day I'm coming home. I think I was throwing the trash out, going back in the house. I see a rat climbing up right in that little area where I had knocked the porch off to the side. Because my mom, she had to fix the car and, she didn't even want to have to deal with the porch. That was going to be even more money. So she kind of just left it like that. And like I said, it was like that for years. And until that day when I seen that rat climbing up there, my mom's handyman, I remember asking him, I'm like, hey, can rats climb through there and somehow get in the house? And he assured me, he's like, hey, you ain't got nothing to worry about. That's concrete down there. They're not going to get through the concrete. Don't even worry about it. They're just using that for shelter. They use that for shelter and they crawl out of there whenever they need to get food. The crazy thing about it was one day, I didn't personally believe it. I start Googling immediately. I get on my phone, start Googling. And then I realized that from what I read, rats can chew through steel. So I'm like, if they can chew through steel, they damn sure could chew through some concrete. And still, I didn't think nothing of it because I still didn't see any rats in the house. And until one day, my mom was doing some grocery shopping. She came, she put the groceries on the floor, went back out to get some more. When she came back, seen a rat hanging over the groceries, jumped out and ran and she told us. And I'm like, oh man, I knew that was the worst news ever for me. Because I had a little fear of rats when I was growing up. Because one day I was taking the trash out. These are the days before Providence. We got these new garbage cans that's like these, I don't know if they're like rat proof or some shit like that, but they have like these huge covers that cover over them. And we didn't have that before. We had to go buy our own, the city provided these big trash cans, these trash bins. Before, we had to buy our own little trash bins. The trash bins that have the top on them. So what I used to do is I used to kick it before I pulled it. One day I did this. Nothing happened. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing squirming in there. So I'm thinking, it's safe to pull it. So I'm pulling the trash can. As I'm going down the driveway, a rat jumps out on my hand. And, I haven't been the same since. If I even hear a rat in the area, man, I head for higher ground. I don't play that shit with no rats. I ain't scared. I just don't want them to touch me. Ever since that day, I had a fear of rats. I don't fuck with them niggas at all. Yeah, so since that day, my mom seen them. One day, I'm going in the kitchen. I open the door, and then it's like a flash of light just flew by me. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I knew it was a fucking rat. And from that day on, we done had rats. You know what I'm saying? My mom done set traps. She done set the poison to kill these rats. And we got a bunch of them. But for some reason, and I say for the past several months, I thought they was all gone. Until recently, one day, I'm just sitting in my room. I thought it was safe to eat in my room again. So I might have had I had like an omelet from IHOP and had some real powerful smelling salsa in there. The salsa was near like the trash can. And one day I just woke up. I seen something fly by me again. I'm like half asleep. So I'm like, what the hell is that? I didn't think nothing of it. And then again, I see the rat moving and I'm just like, oh my God, these motherfuckers are still here. And even just the other day, I was eating like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I guess rats love peanut butter. It smelt it on like the little plastic knife that I used to make my sandwich. And I seen it in my room and I just went ballistic, man. Like, I do not play with no fucking rat. Now I'm starting to see them again. Hopefully they didn't multiply too much. They didn't got in the walls. And then the dumb thing about it was my mom went and refixed the porch. Finally, after all these years. And before, the rats had a place to get out. Then she pretty much sealed them in. At that point, I'm like, why now? You know what I'm saying? Like now they have no choice but to find food and whatever in the house. At least before they could leave, they could come and go as they please. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they just used off the house for shelter and left whenever they wanted to. Now they're sealed in, and from time to time I hear them fluttering through the walls and all that bullshit. I fucking hate rats. I mean, it's nothing. I don't want to talk about these motherfuckers no more, man. Secondly, roaches. Now, luckily for me, the roaches are all gone. But we had a period in my house where, I mean, I open up the cabinet and these motherfuckers would be scattering everywhere. That's why I started using the plastic forks and knives. I still, to this day, don't fuck with the silverware in my house. You know, and I'll wash it beforehand. If I do, roaches are the most disgusting thing that you could have in your second to rats. We had the exterminator come. He did his thing, and that shit was really becoming a problem. I mean, they will get in your house and multiply. So the minute you see a roach in your house, call the exterminator immediately. These motherfuckers will multiply at the drop of, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, they multiply so fast, I don't even know what kind of metaphor to use to give you for you to understand how fast these motherfuckers multiply. They multiply so fucking fast, your head will spin. And the next thing you open up the thing about it, when you start seeing them in the daytime, that's when you know it's a problem. That means there's so many roaches, they don't even have space to hide from you anymore. So now they just kind of wandering around. So the minute you see a roach, call the exterminator immediately. Last but not least, fucking bed bugs. It was a point where I didn't even believe in bed bugs. I didn't even know this shit was real. I thought it was just a saying. You know, they say nighty night, don't let the bed bugs bite. I really thought that it was just a saying. I really didn't know that they actually existed. Until one day, I'm getting all these bite marks on me, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys can see this. I got a fucking marks on my shoulder. These little like white marks on my fucking arm right here. Those are from bed bug bites. They was biting me for so long, I didn't even know they existed. I'm like, they look like mosquito bites. You know, finally when it was the wintertime and I'm still getting these bites on me, I'm like, what the, ain't no mosquitoes out here, it's the fucking wintertime. So I Googled bed bugs, and then come to find out, it's real. Not only that, there's like a new outbreak. Bed bugs, you know, they've come back stronger than ever. You know, the world hadn't really had to deal with them for a while, and they made a resurgence. My house didn't have bed bugs. I looked under my mattress and I see these little red bugs, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I realized that's where all the bite marks came from, and I found my own way to kill them, which was alcohol. So for y'all out there who, if you had to deal with bed bugs, they die with alcohol. So I got the little spray bottle, fill it with alcohol. Anytime I seen a bed bug, I used to spray his ass. They die immediately. They're really a bitch to get out of your house. I mean, to this day, I don't even know if they're gone. I might not even know till the wintertime. You know, it's summertime right now, so I be having bite marks on me, but you know, it could be from outside with the mosquitoes, and it could be from inside with the bed bugs. I haven't seen any in a while. I got rid of my bed. I got an air mattress now. I just said, fuck it. I don't even want the bed no more. You know, I had a nice queen size mattress with a, you know, nice box spring. It was a great bed. Now I sleep on a fucking air mattress because of bed bugs. You know, that's how fucking, they terrorize everywhere. They terrorize my job. I worked at the group home. They fucking had bed bugs over there. I don't know if that's where I got it from, or I don't even know if I brought it over there. Who knows? Them shits is a bitch to get. They hide in the smallest corners of the box spring. They hide in the smallest crevice everywhere. If I see another bed bug, I might just go fucking crazy, man. It literally had me just. I felt like Smokey in the movie Friday in the chicken coop, and he was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit had me going batshit crazy. I would just constantly be on the lookout for a fucking bed bug. It really turned me into a head case, a fucking basket case. You know, just constantly just thinking I see bed bugs all over the place, man. That shit was a horrible experience. Hopefully, they're gone now. If there's even one bed bug, them motherfuckers will multiply in a second, and next thing you know, you be dealing. I done had to throw coats away. I done had to throw sheets away. I even threw the mattress away. I don't even want that in my fucking room. To vacuum the whole room. Hopefully they're finally gone now. Like I said, it's like the 3 fucking plagues, and these fucking rats. To me, rats are the worst. Bed bugs, it made me a basket case. But I could deal with that. You know, I spray them whenever I see them, whatever. Roaches, call the exterminator. They handle it. They bomb everywhere. The roaches eat whatever poison. Then they bring it back to where they live. And then they end up killing all the other roaches. Those, once the exterminator came, they was pretty easy to deal with. But the rats, they're a little bit bigger. I mean, You hear them sneaking around everywhere. I be brushing my teeth in the morning. I hear them in the freaking cabinet. I done seen some ran by my feet. I would say out of all of the three, rats are the worst. I'd rather deal with the other two. I'd rather deal with both roaches and bed bugs than have to deal with the rat. Unfortunately, the roaches is gone. I believe the bed bugs is gone, but the fucking rats are still here. You know what I'm saying? So if you see one of these videos, you see me look up and down, it's probably because I done heard a rat somewhere. And like I said, I don't play with rats. I ain't scared, but I don't play with the motherfucker. Yeah, so anyway, if you got a story about rats, roaches, bed bugs, or whatever type of critter, drop a comment. Let me know. We could all share a good laugh. All right? Like I always say, or like I've been starting to say, these are just my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.